Hey, beautiful people, it's your girl, Sister JJ, and this is episode 1 of Stop Living Broke. Yes, how many of you all out there are tired of your current situation? If that's so, then this episode is for you. Stop living broke. Living broke is definitely a mindset. It is definitely a mindset. If you believe that you're broke, then you're going to be broke. If you believe that you're struggling, then you're going to be struggling. If you believe that you are not worthy of having the finer things of life, then you will not have the finer things of life. It's just that simple. I have been contemplating doing this podcast for quite a while. And I just came back from Hawaii a week ago. And when I was in Hawaii, I was so enjoying the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sun and the beach and just the peace. And I wanted to share my experience with just everybody. And I just was thinking about it. I wanted things to be perfect. I wanted to do all this stuff with my podcast and woo woo woo. And I'm like, it's not that serious. Just talk about real. That's what people want, real. So, episode 1 is stop accepting broke as the norm. Being broke is not normal. It is actually abnormal. It is not normal to be broke. Okay. And one thing I can't stand is when a person say they don't want to be in a relationship with someone that's broke, or be in a relationship with someone who's not living up to the status quo or the bar of the other person. Then there's a problem with that. Well, I like going to nice places. I like eating at nice restaurants. And I like gifts. I like to get made up. I like my nails done. I like to drive nice cars. I like to live in nice homes. I like to wear nice clothes. I like to smell good. And you can't do those things when you ain't got no money. Now, I'm not saying that you should be a gold digger, but I am saying you shouldn't be messing with no broke, or no broke chicks either. How about that? Being broke is unhealthy for your spirit and your soul. I'm so serious. It is going against the laws of God. And if you think I'm lying, you can find it in the Bible. It clearly says in Philippians 4:19, and my God will supply all your needs according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. That means that I should not be struggling on how I'm going to pay my bills or what I'm going to eat. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Psalms 23:1. Hello, somebody. You know, I come from the biblical perspective with this from my church folks. From my church folks. Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Seek God first and his righteousness, and these things shall be added unto you. Now, just like I tell my children, you can't want my blessings, but don't want me. And my blessings do come with some rules and regulations. Same thing with God. You can't want God's blessing and expect for him to do whatever you want to do. God blessings do come with some rules and regulations. You can't be out here acting like a fool and then expect God to bless you. That's just not how that go. You got to do something different. You got to do something different if you don't want to be broke. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and think you're going to get a different result. That's just not how that go. You got to believe that you deserve some financial freedom, and you have to commit to changing your habits. Bad habits. Bad habits. I used to have bad habits. So I'm not on here to criticize anybody or ridicule anyone. I'm just here to have a conversation with you about not being broke. Stop living a broke life. Stop living a broke life. Here's the deal. I have some people that are dear to me, right? And they think that buying $200 and $300 tennis shoes is a sign of not being broke. That is not a sign of not being broke. On the contrary, that is a sign of being broke. You're buying $200 and $300 tennis shoes, but you don't have any stocks. You're buying $200-$300 tennis shoes, and you don't have a 401k plan. You buy $200-$300 tennis shoes, and you don't have any NFTs. You don't have any crypto. You don't have any retirement plan. You have anything in place, and you're still, and it's nothing. I'm not ragging on anybody that's renting. Oh God, no, I'm definitely not doing that. But you don't even got your rent paid up. You don't even know how you're going to pay your rent. You got what is it? I forget how many notices you get when you don't pay your electric. How you doing? How you doing, everybody? Thank you guys for chiming in. Well, barely anyone here. Well, I just started this chat, so I literally just started this chat, so it is what it is, you know. But again, stop living a broke mentality. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I try to be beautiful. A beautiful spirit is what's most important. But if you're out here buying all these expensive clothes that have no money value to it at all, you're buying all these expensive shoes, going to these restaurants, door dashing all day, every day, that is living a broke mentality. If you can't do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, then you are not living in a wealthy mindset. You got to change your mindset. You have to change the way you think. So on my podcast, Stop Living Broke, we're going to be talking about those things. And I'm going to be giving you some information. I'm not a financial advisor. That's not what I do, but I do love sharing information. And sharing information is what has enabled me to go to the Virgin Islands in January. I took my mom to the Bahamas on a cruise for Mother's Day in May. My sisters and I was able to take them to Hawaii 2 weeks ago. We was at Waikiki. I learned that you don't say Hawaii, it's Hawaii. Hawaii. Hope I said that right. And so I'm only able to do those things because I changed my bad habits. You gotta change your bad habits to get different results. So here's what I'm talking about. If you are not invested in some shape, fashion, or form, then you are definitely living a broke life. That's just the bottom line. If you're working paycheck to paycheck, working to pay Peter and Rob, Paul, or however it go, then you're living a broke life. And that's not what you were born to do. And if you believe in God, I believe in God, He doesn't want us to live a broke life. That's just unacceptable. And you cannot be happy living a broke life. You got, what bad habits did I have? Oh my God. Bad habits that I had was shopping every weekend. Every weekend I went shopping. I would buy clothes for me, my children, my friends, go out to eat. I'm the one paying the bill. Bad habits. Bad habits. Bad habits. Making sure that I look good, but my account was not good. You got to get that account right. If you don't have enough money in your account to last you at least a year, you got some work to do. You have some work to do. And you don't have to do it all at one time. So here's a tip for you guys, okay? Crypto currency is happening. No matter how you may feel, the crypto world is coming, is here, and it's gonna go down. You will not be able to say no one told you, because I'm telling you. Okay, I see it in the black neighborhoods, on the billboards. They're talking about Bitcoins. You go to some of these vape shops. Some of them have the signs up Bitcoins. So the crypto is real. Okay, the powers that be have accepted it, and now they're getting that grimy little claws in it, and they're working on this thing being one big hot mess, in my opinion, but one big currency. My granddaddy told me years ago that it was going to be a one bank. I was like, no, I don't know about that. Well, it's happening. So if you do not have uh, crypto literacy, you need to go and get you some crypto literacy. Okay. If you don't have Bitcoin, they keep saying Bitcoin is growing, growing, growing. It's not as big as it's going to get. So you still have a chance to get you in on some Bitcoins. This is my tip today. Stop living broke. This is my tip today. Stop living broke. Episode 1. The tip is go get you some crypto. Go get you some Bitcoin. If you got Cash App, you can buy it on Cash App. Do $1 a day. Don't buy, well, I think the fries are $1.99 now. But invest in crypto. Don't get left behind. Okay? Stop living broke. Stop living broke. Instead of buying that hamburger, go to your Cash App and buy you some crypto. Okay? Educate yourself on this crypto. Educate yourself on this Bitcoin. Get with these organizations, these groups out here that are telling you about the Bitcoins and the crypto. I'm in a couple of crypto societies. One is called Cash to Crypto. My sister and I, we have a financial conversation every Sunday. Welcome to the Winners Club. We are educating about this crypto world. So living broke is definitely not conducive for your health. Now, this is not a chat where we're going to be talking about stuff that's going on in the in the entertainment business, because they already got their money. We got to get ours. Okay, we have to get ours. So I want you all to think about that, understanding that your wealth starts in your mind before it starts in your bank account. You got to get your mindset right before you get your actual bank account right. Your mind is your bank. Get that mind right first. Change your habits. Do some things that's different. Redirect your money. Because I'm telling you, if you don't, your future you will be upset with your present you. Your future you will be upset with your present you. Think about the future you and make better decisions now. It says to talk about your tip, I give you one of mine. Every day I drive to that Starbucks to get my iced vanilla latte for $7 and my iced lemon loaf. And that's fine. If that's your wealth, that's fine, Jay. If that's what you feel as though is going to give you financial freedom, giving Starbucks $7 every day, then good for you. Good for you. I'm not here to argue with a person about what is it at the end of the month, what I spend in Starbucks coffee. I buy Star. Oh, okay, I got you. Exactly. That's it, Jay. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Redirecting your money. And a lot of people are not willing to do that. $7 may not seem like a lot, but that's how these multi-million-dollar companies are building. They are building just like that, of a little. It's about the volume. So when you take that money and you invest it in your stocks, then you build. You build. I want to know more about the crypto coins. Yes. Well, I'll put the link in for our Welcome to the Winners Club. Because Welcome to the Winners Club, everybody is a winner. And we want you to know about this crypto. We want you to know about these Bitcoins. First thing first is this. If you got you some Cash App, and the reason why I tell people Cash App, I know a lot of people say, well, Cash App took my money, Cash App's not safe, woo, 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 woo. There is not any entity that is 1000% safe or proof. But you can get E-Trade, you can get crypto on Bitcoins on the E-Trades and the Robinhoods and the Fidelities. Fidelity's been giving me a lot of problems, so I'm not able to. Hello, Marie, how are you? Maya, how are you? So I'm not able to get on Fidelity. So to Fidelity. I don't do Fidelity, but I do E-Trade, and I do have Bitcoins on E-Trade as well. If you got Coinbase, you can get on Coinbase and get you some crypto on Coinbase as well. But I have found for beginners that are kind of skeptical and want to learn that Cash App is better. To get your feet wet, give and start to understand what it's all about. But this cryptocurrency is really something that you guys need to get educated on, and get into it. It's growing. Yes, it is growing, but it is still not out of reach. You can still get fractions of it. You want to get in the game. Here's the deal. And I tell my children this, and I tell my mentees this. Here's the deal. The powers that be are not concerned about the adults. The powers that I'm a kid. The powers to be are not concerned about the adults, the older adults, the baby boomers. They're not concerned about us, because we're gonna be dying off soon. They've already used us up for the most part. Most of us have made these companies multi-million dollars. We have. And we've trained our children to do the same thing. Who they are after is our children. They're after our children, because they know that some of us have become awake. Some of us are waking up. And some of us are in our 30s, 40s, and 50s, 60s. And they're like, okay, we've already gotten all we're going to get out of you for the most part, right? And so they don't care that we are waking up, and now we're realizing that we have been bewitched, for lack of better words. Now they're after our children. And then even with some of us we still ain't got it. Some of us still have not got it. Some of us still have not got it. When I talk to people, I'm like, oh yeah. What part of this aren't you getting? What part of this don't you get? You have to change your habits, and it's not too late. You do not have to live in a poverty mentality. You can change. Okay, I digress. So they're not really concerned about us as much as they are concerned. Oh, sorry, you want me to get out of something. Sorry, get out. What? Anyway, so they are after our children and our children's children's children. So this Bitcoin thing, this crypto thing, they don't care if we get it or not. They want our children are the ones that are getting it. My son, he's into this. My little nephews, my little cousins, they're understanding this Bitcoin stuff. So that now that next generation that's going to last for, what's the Cash App? Bitcoins. How do you receive your money from Bitcoin? Okay, hold tight. Let me say this, Bernice, and then I'm going to talk to you. So most of us have been on a hamster wheel, right? We have been working to get middle class. We have been conditioned that we won't reach first class. So we accept middle class. And the middle class people is what been carrying the country. We work our butts off. We work just to give the man back the money. We work just to give him back the money. So we're on a hamster wheel. And that's what they're doing with our children now. They are teaching our children the new way of money so that our children can get on the hamster wheel. And woo, they're going another 400 years, for lack of better terms. Okay, so let's talk about this crypto. Okay, so I'm a witness. I am, and I'm on my way home. We are a witness, and we will talk to a convention, and we love God. It seems the last night we got what? So anyway, Bernice. So here it is, Bernice. You go to crypto. You go to Cash App. You hit the Bitcoin, and it gives you an option of how much money you want to invest in Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, the best way I explain it is like stocks, okay? Because when it goes up when it goes up in value, then your money goes up, right? And then when it drops down in value, your money drops down. So the best time to buy Bitcoin is when they're telling you that it's down, because you don't want to buy when it's up, but you can buy when it's up. Like if you're going to invest $1, just go ahead and it's $1. Invest $1, right? Until you start getting comfortable. So for me, where I'm at with my Bitcoin, I watch it every single morning. I watch my stocks every single day. You have to. You watch your stocks just like you wash up. No, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a lawyer. I am only sharing information. Want to make sure you guys understand that I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only sharing information that was shared with me. And that information that was shared with me, and I researched it myself, I was able to make some decisions that have put me in some very good financial positions. Okay? And because of that, I want to share with other people. The podcasters that I listen to, they are doing way better than I am. And they are always sharing information, and they don't mind sharing information. So for me, I want to share information too. I'm not a lawyer, so stop asking. Oh, you say you're not trying to be mean. Just actually hello. You're awake. So anywho, when you are so Bernice, you ask how do you get your money? You cash out. That's it. At any given time when you want to cash out, you can cash out. There was a time when, let me tell you guys what happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I had invested in ChargePoint. ChargePoint is a EV charge portal company where the electric cars go to charge up their cars. So that's a company. When Elon and the president was Ace Coon Booms, the stocks went down with ChargePoint. And when the stocks went down, people started selling. I started buying, and it had got down to like 63 cents, 65 cents, but I still was buying. But I had to liquidate. So I liquidated. And my mind told me not to do it, but I did. So I liquidated, and when I was able to put money back, I didn't. And a week after I should have bought back the stocks that I had, the stocks shot up to $9.85. So yeah, I lost I didn't lose any money because I took my money out, but I missed out on a great opportunity. So what I'm saying to you is this: when you're getting into these Bitcoins and the cryptocurrency, you have to watch when it goes up and when it goes down. So when it goes up, get your gain out. Get your gain. You don't have to make it long term. Some crypto I have for long term, and some I have for short term. But when I see my gain, I have learned. I go ahead and grab my money out. So Bernice, I hope that helped you in what I'm saying with Cash App. You put it in and you cash it out. That's it. But of course, you know they're gonna charge you a little fee because that's how they make their money. So I don't know, guys. I just want people to stop living in a broke mentality. Stop living in a mindset that you think having a image of wealth is acceptable, because it's not. It's not. When you got the fresh sneakers on, or you got the fresh bling on, or you got the you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. That's so stupid to me. But you're trying to keep up with the next person, yet you barely got food in your house. You're going to these charity organizations, asking them for help to pay your bills. And I'm not ragging on anyone that get EBT. It was a time in my life when I had food. I had to get food stamps. It was a time in my life that I was on welfare. True statements. As I'm moving forward in this podcast, I'm going to be sharing a lot of things with you guys, because I want you to know that where I am now in my life is not that I just and became that way. No, I went through some trials and tribulations, but I had to learn to change bad habits. Exactly, Thomas. You cannot keep up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses will cause you to be broke. 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 So, listen, guys, while you guys are on here, do me a favor. This is my new podcast, and I would appreciate if you would like it so that the algorithm could go, woo, 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 woo. Please like it. I will be on almost every day. I'm not going to promise every day, but almost every day. And this segment is called Stop Living Broke. And I will be sharing information. I will be sharing information as I'm getting information, because you know how women are. We like to talk and we like to share. And I want us to enjoy life. I want us to enjoy life. I want you guys to be able to do the things that you want to do and go to the places. Thank you, Thomas. And go to the places that you want to go. And prioritize your money. Prioritize your money. So much out there that you can do when you think about your future. I got this thing that I say: be willing to lose in order to win. And people look at me and say, what are you talking about, Sister JJ? Be willing to lose being fake in order to win. Be willing to lose having a fake version of wealth. Being fake with wealth. Being wealthy, fake wealthy. Being wealthy fake, however you want to call it. But be willing to lose that in order to have a realization of wealth. Right? When you do that, then you'll find a different type of peace and a different type of happiness. That's just point blank period. A different type of peace and a different type of happiness when you be real with yourself and live within the means of where you are and work towards better. And part of that is investing. How do you say Detroit Lions? The Detroit Lions mean for God. Huh? So I gotta find out how to I'm gonna figure out this out. Yeah, I'm gonna be figuring out how to silence some folks. I'm new to the live thing, so I'm gonna be finding out how to do those things, because I don't like distractions. But and when we're talking about being broke, that's what happens. Distractions. The powers that be They put the shiny, shiny, blingy, blingy stuff in our face. We got to have this. We got to have that. They have made a want our necessity. We have wanted needs. And we overlook our true needs, if that makes sense. And what gets me is that we have no problems with going. We have no problems with going to get us a unit, going to get us some bling blings, going out to eat with our girlfriends, our homeboys, buying new clothes, going to the concerts, and no shade at Beyonce. But I got some family members that went to the Beyonce concert and they spent buku money. And when my sister and I was talking to them about investments, the first thing that they said was, we ain't got no money. We don't have no money. How you not have money to invest in your future, but you just have money to get your nails done, get a new unit, and go to the Beyonce concert? That is living broke. Now, some may say, no, I'm living my best life. You are? You living your best life? And you still renting? You living your best life and your car is not paid for? You living your best life, and if you die today or tomorrow, you probably don't have a life insurance policy. You probably don't have a trust. I'm not even talking about a will. I'm talking about a trust. You living your best life, and you probably don't have enough money in your checking account or savings account to last you 3 months, much less talking about a year. And that's why I'm at with stop living broke. I'm not ragging on anyone. I'm just saying, guys, let's change the way we view things. Let's change the way we see things. Let's change the way our minds think. It starts here in your mind. It used to be a show that was called How the Lottery Ruined My Life. I'm like, what? The lottery ruined your life? The lottery did not ruin your life. You were not mentally disciplined to handle money. And when you're not mentally disciplined to handle money, then it becomes a hole in your pocket and you just lose it. So you got to change your mindset. And the first thing is to believe that you are worthy of financial freedom. And recognizing that you got bad habits. And writing out your bad habits. Accepting those things. You have bad habits. And when you accept that you have bad habits, then you can make a decision to change those bad habits. And it starts in your mind. It starts in your mind. And then you don't have a problem with talking with people that are able to give you information that will help you invest your money, redirect your money. A lot of broke-minded people do not understand investments. They want microwave. They want it right then and there. That's not how wealth operates. That's not how wealth operates. You have to be willing to allow your money to manifest itself, harvest itself. You have to plant the seed and let it harvest up. But a broke-minded person is not going to do that. They're going to want something right then and there. That's microwavable. And anything that you put in the microwave has no substance to it. It has no value to it, no real value to it. It gives you a temporary satisfaction. And that's what happens when you want Instamatic, right? When you're operating in an Instamatic, that's just the way it is, living my best life mindset. But when you are living a mindset of wanting a harvest, generational wealth, looking for the future, then free pass, looking for a better future, then you'll be able to understand the importance of investment. and educating yourself on investments. So that's my bit. I'm not gonna stay on long tonight because I just wanted to test the waters and see what it looks like this time, 2:50 in the morning. I'll be back on tomorrow a little earlier, talking, giving you guys information, as I'm getting information and sharing information. I will tell you this: no matter what you think about your president, whatever way he's rocking, you opposed to your integrity and your morals. I'm talking about business wise. Whatever he's invested in, whatever he is interested in, you might want to direct your money that way, because here's the deal: he's going to make sure it happens, right? So that's real. That's being business minded. That's real sense right there, right? I mean, when you be like, I can't stand the president, I can't stand the president. Hey, no matter how you may feel, that's the president. Somebody voted for him, right? And somebody voted for the presidents that was before him. So whoever is the president in office here's a tip for you. Whoever is in office, find out what their interest is. And that's how you need to be invested, at least for the next 4 years. Because they're going to make sure whatever their interest is, they're going to be in it. So think about that. Stop being emotionally driven. Broke-minded people are overwhelmingly emotionally driven. Stop being emotionally driven and be analytical in your decision making. Bernice, I'm glad that you're welcome. I'm glad I was able to explain, hopefully, explain it to you. I'm going to be doing a lot more about the crypto, because I'm telling you, it is definitely a new way. But back to what I was saying. Stop being emotionally driven. Okay? Be analytical. Take a moment and listen. I don't really care about what your political views are. That's your thing. That's everybody's have a right to believe how they believe and think how they think, and vote how they want to vote. What I am saying is, whoever become president, take this tip: whoever becomes president, you need to find out what their business interest is. And whatever that business interest is, then that's how you need to be you need to be investing. One of Obama's business interests was the health. There was the health care. And while all those Republicans was in front of the camera talking smack, they were the main ones investing. Okay? So stop listening to that chatter and read for yourself and research for yourself. Don't take my word for it. As I'm giving you information, go and research it for yourself. Don't take what I say as the gospel. Take what I say as your guide, or as your template to go learn, to go get the information, as your tip. Let me go research this for myself. Because if you don't read for yourself, then you can't stand on your own. So you have to read for yourself so you can stand on your own and understand why you're doing what you're doing. Okay, if that makes sense. So once again, whichever way your president is invested in, whatever his interest is in, then that's what you may want to direct some of your money to. Investment, at least for the first 4 years, because he's definitely, or she definitely will make sure that whatever's that spark their interest is going to succeed. Okay, so right now, President Trump says that the crypto is going to be, America is going to be the crypto capital of the world. Okay? Don't take my word for it. Go research it for yourself. All right? So invest your money. invest your money in something, educate yourself. Okay, this Bitcoin is not playing. They're not playing. You don't want to be 5-10 years from now saying, I wish I could have, should have, would have. So educate yourself on that Bitcoin. I think one of the easiest ways to get into it, to get your feet wet, is to go through it with Cash App. It's more controlled, and if you get scared, you could pull your money out. You can pull your money out anywhere, but you can look at it, and you can really start to get involved in it. But I do want to say right fast what Bitcoin is for you, Bernice, and those uh, that want to know also. So just want to give you a little history about it. So Bitcoin is a digital currency. It's also called the cryptocurrency, and it was created in 2009 by some unknown person or group using the name Satoshi, or Nakamoto. So it's like unlike traditional money issued by governments. Unlike traditional money issued by governments like the dollars or the euros, Bitcoin is decentralized. It isn't controlled by the bank or the government or a single organization. And that's the part right there. Because it's decentralized, the bank don't control it, the government don't control it. And that's why they were telling you all years ago that it was a fluke, it was a scam, because they did not control it. That's the reason why they was like, don't believe in it, don't believe in it. Now you got freaking arenas named after Bitcoin. And they're telling you all of the scams that have been going on with the Bitcoin. Well, scams been going on with the U.S. currency. Hello, somebody. Scams go on all of the time. So once again, the powers that be, they cater to our emotional senses. They cater to our the emotional part of our senses. We got to use our analytical minds, okay? Scams go on all the time. And I'm not saying it's okay, but it's always going to be a scam, right? So now that the government is figuring out how they can get a grasp on this crypto, now they're telling you, oh, the crypto is okay. I mean, they're paying, oh my God, some banks are even paying in crypto. They are actually putting out crypto machines, Bitcoin machines. They are paying some people money in Bitcoin. You can actually buy product with your Bitcoin. So that's telling you the government is now figuring out how they can get a grip on it, right? So how it works is that the Bitcoin uses blockchain technology, and that's a public digital ledger where all transactions